Welcome back again to Let's Play for a bonus bonus part 2 of Birthday Lapin in School. I'm about to have my stamina destroyed. Yes, there we go. Thanks. Asshole. This just feels completely unnecessary, if you ask me, this bonus part. I picked up Anga's figurine in the previous bonus part, which I recorded immediately before this. That should be all that really is needed. But no, I decided no, I'm gonna get them all in one go. And it ends up being 2 parts anyway, because I still haven't got Ji-Hyeon's one. Fucking janitors, man. Fucking janitors. Considering that's closed, I imagine he went back down there. Which means as soon as I open the door, he's gonna be right in my face. Oh, I'm so done with this. No, that didn't quite fit this. Or maybe it did, I don't know, I could barely hear my guitar there. Selfie is dragged on way too long. Where'd he go? Did he... He doesn't usually leave the doors open though. How peculiar. Just get the fuck out of here. You know, depending on how quickly I can get this done, and maybe if I can be asked, like maybe edit it down a bit, you know, because a lot of this recording's been nothing. The Bruce, oh for fuck's sake. You know, maybe we could have it all just in one part, just one video, rather than split into 2. Because that's kind of annoying. Oh, for fuck's sake, that happened. God damn it, these stupid balls. Man, I've played this game way too many times, man, and it's just... Still, the janitors are just complete arseholes. So let's just make our way all the way to the end. And finally get this bloody LP fully 100% completed. Because this shit is dragged on a long time. A very long time. So, on our way we go. Well, that means I've got to listen to that freaking boss fight music again now that I think about it. Oh, that's not gonna be pleasant. That music, man, that music. And we've also got to run from her as well, so that's gonna be fun. What a trip down memory lane! Except not really, because we've been stuck in this lane for about half a year, maybe now.
너 지금 무슨 짓을 하는 거야? 아무도 학교 밖으로 못 나가. 죽어! 비켜요! 들어가야 해요! 안 돼! 저기에 내 딸이!
Wait, I just realized, sorry, now I'm recording at 60 frames! Oh god, that's gonna make the file size ridiculous.
내
Shit.
아이를 죽였어. 절대 용서 못해. 너도 마찬가지야. 어째서 내 딸만 죽어야 하는 거야? 너도 겪어봐. 내 딸의 고통을.
We've suffered enough on me. We've played this so many bloody times. I was even thinking of like maybe at the end of the year, December, like do a bonus playthrough, like get the DLC for Christmas stuff and like just play through it again. But now, you know, I'm just like, fuck that. Cynical. They're just like, no, I played this game one too many times. I can't be arsed. Why couldn't this have been the final boss meeting, you know? Now, each time I played through this game, like without commentating, I'd always like notice something. It'd be like, it either sounds like it's saying it, or it. It's just like anything but what it actually is saying. I don't know what it's saying, but I don't know. That's kind of the point.
불쌍한 내가 끝까지 지켜줘.
Now I could have probably have played through this bit as well before, you know,
야, 너 괜찮아?
leaving the game that I did when I last played the game. So that I would save at this point instead of having to go through that. But I just did that just to make sure, because I was like, maybe you can't backtrack after this point. So it was like, nah, I'll just leave it by there first, you know? Yeah, I'm fine, I guess.
그래도 다행이야. 대체 널 왜 죽이려고 한 걸까?
I think she went crazy after her daughter died.
죽은 딸이라면 설마... 지금 이러고 있을 때가 아니야. 아까 강당 쪽에서 지영이의 비명이 들렸어. 불길한 예감이 들어. 소영이가 마지막으로 뭔가를 꾸미고 있는 거야. 넌 먼저 강당으로 가. 강당에서 만나자.
You know what? It's like I said, like one other thing I want to do is like, just pay our respects. The blood is not attached to your head because, I don't know, it's on the floor, but not from your head. What was I saying? I guess it's because they would, I don't know, maybe it would have been harder if, like how would it work? Would they have to create a separate model just to have the blood look like it's actually, you know, come from her head? I don't know. But you know, it was like, one idea was like, you know, after we get Ji-Hyun's ending, you know, after picking up our last figurine, just like, have like, well, one other thing is to talk more about the game during the credits, because the credits last time, I was just trying to play and failing to play guitar along to the music. So like the idea is for like after the credits the first time around, the second time around, then I'll jam over it. First time around though, I'm going to like maybe give my thoughts on the game, because I don't think I've really done that properly throughout the LP. I mean, I have in kind of scattered bits where I'm like, yeah, the game and then this and that. But honestly, I'm just not really in the mood at all for any of that. I'm just kind of like, that was before the janitors decided to make this bonus part a pain in the ass. Like, I was already going into this recording with the mindset of, I can't really be asked, but fine, let's do this. No, another thing is, it's like what to do, you know. Is what this LP being concluded and all, then that'd be like Rune Factory Oceans and Final Fantasy 10 did the only ongoing LPs on the main channel. Not exactly the easiest to record for is Final Fantasy 10 currently. It's like I just want to like when I get around to recording for it, just kind of like off screen try to find penance until eventually defeating, and that's a pain in the ass in itself. But even after all that, before continuing up, thought now to complete the LP at long last. So that's that. But then it'd be like Rune Factory Ocean would be the only real ongoing one, and that means I'd have to record more frequently for it. It's just like I hate when that happens so much. When there's only really one like LP game that I've got like to upload for. With the second one being, you know, very infrequent. It's a pain in the ass. And on top of that, the end channel, continuing with the Higurashi LP. Just like, I picked a real shit time to freaking get back to that one as well. It's just like, there's not really in the mood. It's just like, a mix of being burnt out and, you know, combined with like having to switch to a different laptop and all that and just get things back to the way they were before, you know, with the record software and whatnot and all that, and having to use different ones. It's just, and combined with the year in general not being a great year. I don't think anyone would say this year is great. It's pretty shit, so combine everything and it's just like I really can't be honest. Now we get the Yoko Ono masterpiece. This song. Well, it's not by Yoko Ono, but I don't know. I don't even know what Yoko Ono music is like. Well, I assume it's kind of like this. I just remember seeing a video of like John Lennon was playing with some other musician, and she was just in the background and she just randomly screamed, and the guy he was playing with just gave like the eyebrow kind of thing. He's like, what the fuck was that? That's pretty much the reaction I think anyone would have to this music, is what the fuck. I mean, the other boss fight music, ow, shit, that hurt, is the doppelganger boss, and that one's equally as weird. Just like the, it's like when they went with the soundtrack, it's like, okay, what are we gonna do for our soundtrack? Let's just, fuck, just do random shit. There we go, Ji-Hyeon Figurine with armor, hooray. Wonderful. But yeah, you got some nice tracks on the soundtrack, like the credits. You know, it's a cheesy power ballad more or less, but it's alright, it's nice. And you've got like some nice tracks, like Ji-Min's routes, for example, will have a few tracks you don't hear out in the main route, which were pretty nice. But other than that, and I guess the piano intro and the opening, that one's alright as well. For the most part, it's just really ambient, which is alright, but then when the singing comes in, it's a bit too much. It's like, jeez. The cheese. Even, no, I don't even know how to describe this music. I mean, it's like the stereotypical, like, when you think of ghosts, it's like, ooh, but they thought, let's do that legitimately, which is a bit too much at times. In moderation, sure, but as a final boss, music, you know, maybe could have had the one with like, you know, that one would have fit better. You know what? Consider how many times I've played this game. I don't even know what I was going to say something, but then I was like, I didn't even know what I was going to say, so I'm just like, but what? It's just like, you know, the amount of times you have to play through the game to get all the ending quests and all that. How many times you have to hear this music? It's just insane. It's just pure insanity, man. That's funny though, this final bonus part is going to be the only part in the LP that's 60 frames per second. I'm not sure how much of a difference they would make to this game, if at all, but what I do know is it's probably going to be a larger file size and I'm going to be annoyed with that. It's like, since switching to this new laptop, I've already taken up nearly 100 gigabytes for recording. It's ridiculous. And that's like after editing and all that. I don't know why, but Shotcut just makes the file size a lot more ridiculous than Camtasia is.
이게 대체 어떻게 된 일이야? 네가 날 구해준 거야?
Are you okay? Did you get hurt?
괜찮아. 신경 쓰지 마. 미안. 아무래도 아파서 못 걷겠어. 좀 쉬고 있을게. 난 여기 있을게. 가서 성아를 좀 찾아봐. 걱정된다.
It's not safe for you to be alone.
아니, 나는 괜찮은데.
Oh, alright then, no, let's do that. The first ending we got in this LP will also be the final one, technically, if you count bonus parts. Secondly, So Young's true ending is the conclusion of the LP, though. And the story as well, the whole story wrapped up right there.
진짜 괜찮은데. 많이 괜찮아졌네. 신기하다. 이런 건 어디서 배웠어? 여기 앉을래? 애들도 무사하겠지? 빨리 왔으면 좋겠다. 이젠 여길 좀 나가고 싶어.
This track right here is pretty nice, isn't it? I mean, it wouldn't fit.
이건 무슨 불빛일까?
Like if it just played randomly throughout the game. Seems like it'd be one of those tracks that should only play in moments like this in the game, which, to be fair, there aren't many, so, yeah. But they could have, like, maybe, you know, spiced it up a bit with the atmospheric tracks. Instead of just, like, and, you know, woo! You know, add in some kind of, I don't know, like an ominous low piano or something, you know? Isn't it sweet? Well, I've never played the original Resident Evil because I only played the HD remastered version of it. But I've heard one track from it that's just hilarious and doesn't really fit the tone. Well, the tone is cheesy, so I guess it kind of fits in that sense. You probably know what I'm talking about if you heard it. You know, I quite like the Resident Evil soundtrack. They seem to use Dorian mode a lot. Anyways, that's that. We're on the credits now. And you're like, oh, shut up, I'm listening to the song here. I mean, the amount of times we've seen the credits in this LP, I'm bound to have given my thoughts on the game by now, surely. But after all this lengthiness of this LP, what is there to say that hasn't been said already? It's just like, it's one of those games that, you know, the first time around is challenging, but any other time around, not so much. Like, once you know how the puzzles work, you pretty much don't need to, like, you know, anything else beyond that point. The only thing you gotta worry about then is just the janitors and all that. Because, like, once you solve the puzzles, you've solved the puzzles. They don't really change, and when they do change, it's not much. It's really easy to make out. So it's not really a particularly challenging game. Once you beat it the first time, you kind of, well, it can be challenging even after that. It's like, for example, you got Ji-Min's route, which is different. That one threw me off the first time I played it because I didn't have a clue, much like with the main routes. It's one of those games, though, that's great when you play it the first time, but then once you play it multiple times, at the end it starts to get really repetitive, and its flaws start to show, you know? The plot's okay, the gameplay itself is passable, I guess, but like I said, once you play it multiple times, it starts to really lack in, you know, substance. I don't know. There's just not much to do, really. It's just repeat the same thing. There's like no ways of like, oh, I'm gonna play through the game this way or that way. No, it's just one way. I mean, you could like do a challenge and be like, oh no, I'm gonna play through the game, and if I get hit once, like, I'll restart the thing. That's like a self-imposed challenge, though. That would be a true nightmare there. That right there, Sadie Sadistic Reynolds, it would be a sadistic challenge, and it would be, I don't know. I just looking at their nicknames there, and I'm just like, which ones could I fit in there into what it's saying, and no. I wonder if they'll ever release the original White Day. I think it doesn't even have anything to it now where like you can actually just play it for free. I think it's called Abandonware is what the term is, I think. I don't know. So that was that. It's an okay game. It's not like the most amazing horror game, but for what it is, it's decent. And well, I'm not really a reviewer, really. I'm just giving what I thought of the game. Especially having played it as much as I have, it's just like ridiculous. The game has a few glitches as well, you know, but then again, what game nowadays doesn't have some glitches of some sort? I mean, you saw some of the glitches in the playthrough, such as the odd glitch that seems to happen on Hell mode where Na Young's ghost doesn't despawn during the cutscene and after the cutscene, so that's a bit of an odd one. And ones that aren't really probably necessarily glitches, but awkwardly placed, is sometimes when you encounter like Na-Young's ghost, like that one time where you turn around and then she's right in your face. If you turn around and like you're not close enough, she'll be there, but she won't get up in your face, so it kind of like ends up being anticlimactic. And I've said this before as well, the ghosts in the game, mostly kind of underwhelming because they're mostly just there to scream in your face, which is could have been better, you know? Could have done a bit more with it. It's just like, it would have been cool to have like a lot more of the ghosts actually wander around. The only one you got that wanders around is the floating head woman, which makes sense. She's a floating head, so of course she's got to travel wherever the hell. But it would have been cool and a lot more tense if some of the other ghosts, like patrols, like in Ji-Min's ending with those hostile ghosts, if they kind of wander around the building, you could have like a chance to like encounter them. Like they won't immediately just charge at you or anything like that. But if you get too close, they'll become hostile or something like that. You know, well, added a little bit to it. What else to say? Well, I've said this before as well. The DLC costumes, I feel like at least a handful of them should have been, you know, obtainable in the main game without DLC. Because, I mean, like, for example, the Ghost Collection, you do all that, and you get hee-min Lee's extra costume. At the ending collection, which takes a long ass time, and you just get the one costume for the janitor. And of course we got the old figurines. That was the whole point of the bonus part here. So here they all are. And you get all those, which really isn't all that hard to do. Once you've conquered the game and can play through hell mode, at least for Ji-Hyeon and Sanga's path and get through it reasonably well, you can easily get all of these figurines, as I showed. Well, I mean, sure, the janitors did decide to be assholes, but that's kind of their job, to be assholes. But it's not really all that hard to obtain them, it's just knowing where they are, really. It's not really too challenging if you, like, play the game enough to be able to shake off the janitors. They're really the only real threat in the game, really. I mean, the other ghosts can be hostile, but they don't really... Like, you have to seek most of them out, so it's not really that much of a trouble, really. One other thing I forgot to mention in the LP, I alluded to, but I forgot to mention at some point, is that on the White Day fandom Wikipedia, which I honestly can't tell if this is actually true or not, one thing it stated was something along the lines of the janitors, the music teacher put like some kind of spell or something on the janitors so that they'd be overly hostile to keep students from going into school because now it's haunted and shit, so don't want anyone to get you know, stuck there or something, I don't know. And then you got these ones. I feel like they could have had it so that you complete like one of their endings, you unlock one of their costumes. You unlock another one, you unlock another one of their costumes. Then you unlock another one, and so on. Like, for So Young, she's got 3 endings. So that's what I feel like is the flaw there in this idea that I have there for that. Because if they all just had 2 endings, it would, you know, be able to match up. Like 2 costumes for each character. And like a 3rd additional costume for getting both endings. But then you got So Young, who has 3 endings. I mean, I guess she's like the main character, sort of. Love interest, whatever. But still, 3 endings? Everyone else gets 2? I mean, anyways, I don't think there's anything else to say, right? I'll get around to. It's like I'm not even in the mood to set up my audio interface to actually, you know, jam over the credits, because that's what I'm gonna do, is essentially jam over it. It's in the key of A major. I actually tried playing along to it once or twice, and I thought for sure that it was like primarily focused on A major chord and like E and D. But when I played along to it, it seemed like they were playing more of minor chords, like F minor. I think B minor might have been in there, maybe C sharp minor actually. There and now it's round. No, it wasn't so like. I don't know. I don't know how the chords are. I never was able to I haven't been able to figure out the chord progression. But it's in A major. Sticks in A major the whole time. Has that one guitar bit that's like, which is basically just A and G sharp going back and forth. It's like I'll jam over it, sure. I can't be asked at the moment. Maybe I will. I don't know. I'll get around to it eventually, and this LP will be fully concluded then. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this lengthy ass LP. It had its moments where I enjoyed it, and its moments where I was like, God, this is dragging on, and its moments where I'm like, are you serious? This is getting really annoying. You stupid chances, why must you be so persistent? But anyways, I hope you enjoyed it. That's all. I guess, as usual, I can never end a video properly if it's not ends with, see you next time, viewers. See you next time. Yeah, I could say that for the other LPs if you watch any of the other LPs, which there's not really many of currently. I mean, well, that's one thing. I know this is going off in the unrelated rambling and all that, but I remember checking my channel, like the page, the first time in God knows how long, and I just had a laugh at the description where I like showed my ongoing LPs and it said like Final Fantasy 9. I was like, Planet as well? Ah, that was years ago. Completely, those ones years ago. If I were to update it now, there'd be a lot more LPs added to the completed list, that's for sure. The only ongoing ones being Final Fantasy 10 and Rune Factory Oceans. And then on my VN channel, which I don't include into that, I guess, because I created the VN channel. Like last time I edited my channel thing was probably before I'd even made the VN channel for the visual novel LPs. So yeah. But anyways, that's that. Hope you enjoyed this lengthy ass LP. Peace out.